Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leon Mookie here, back with you with another new chapter of Gundam Seed Soldier. And honestly, guys, thanks a lot for the support for this series. Again, I know it's not one of my popular series, as always, but I still love doing it even more. But I'm going to be putting this series on hold for at least a little while. Not on basically determined, because I'm far from getting bored with this one. Just want to focus on my other Gundam stories in the meantime. Maybe MHA Gundam Academia, but still, maybe in the future. At any rate, a little bit of a recap. Currently, right now, the Archangel crew is still struggling on when can they leave that of the northern African territory of controlled by that of Zaft, two most well-renowned commanders, as the three commanding officers are basically on edge because of the situation that they're in. Not only that, back at the Gibraltar base, Isaac finally arrived and met up with Dirka. However, Dirka's more surprised that Isaac has basically just went through that of an epiphany or something, as he no longer wants to kill Kira, but wants to kill Aaron instead. Not only that, we also meet that of the members of the White Fangs, that being that of Sabrina, Jen, Melanie, and their commander, the White Fox herself, Shiro Izuyoi, as she seems quite different from your typical Zaf commander on Earth, actually, as she seems more pacifistic, actually, and is more cautious than anyone else as well of the Archangel. And, however, it can be said more about her other fellow commander, being Andrew Waltfeld, the Desert Tiger, as he and his Waltfeld Corps began to attack the Archangel, but not as that of a full-on attack, but as that of a test to gain data on their weaponry and also on the strike as well, and the Loveless too. But little did he know, or even those on the Archangel, that, Aaron comes in not in the Loveless, but his other Pride and Joy mobile suit. Or, I should say, his Pride and Joy Gunpla, the Strife Gundam, with his own personal Meteor Hopper motorcycle transportation as well, with showing off on why it's one of his best mobile suit, one of his best Gunplas, by taking out at least many of Andrew Waltfeld's squads. However, the only difference that he did have a little trouble with is when he freaked out when he saw that of Sabrina and Jill coming in their custom bukus, when he was more shocked that people that he doesn't know are currently in that of the cosmic era of Gundam. What even catches him off guard even more is that Guy Morikumo, the pilot of the Gundam Blue Astray frame, is not with that of the Junk Guild or facing against them at this time, but is currently with that of the Desert Dawn instead, which makes Aaron realize that everything that he knows about canon is most likely gone to shit, which causes him to have that of a freak out, thinking that he would have an easier time, but instead he isn't, which worries him even more, and all he wants is to go home. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? Chapter 7, Unwelcome Return. Back at the Gibraltar base, Sabrina and Jill finally arrive with their bukus somewhat basically put through their paces, especially with Sabrina's taking quite a bit of damage after all from her fighting against that of the, Strife after all. With then they finally arrive with soon Dirka and Isaac also noticing what has happened. Within Shiro and Melanie soon coming in to the hangar and into their hangar locking spots as well. With then soon Sabrina and Jed and getting out of their bukus. With then soon Shiro saying, Sabrina, Jen, are the two of you okay? Are any injuries by any chance, Sabrina? With then Sabrina saying, no, we're fine, Commander. Promise. Nothing to worry about. But I will say this. We didn't fight against the Loveless, or didn't even get a chance to get against the Earth Alliance's new mobile suit either. We fought against a different mobile suit. And honestly, it kind of seemed like it was, toying with us at first. With then soon Melanie saying, toying with you? With then Jen speaking of saying, I believe it was a new model, possibly working. And it wasn't just that. We did see the Loveless. However, it was in its transformation form like that of the Aegis Gundam. So to be honest, I believe the main pilot, I believe that somebody from that Avalanche organization must have came as that of support alongside that of the Desert Dawn Resistance Group. Hearing that name, Shiro was caught off guard and shocked. With then she's saying, the Desert Dawn were out there? Oh no. Why now of all times? With then Jen saying, I'm guessing that was the group that you went to. Well, I actually went to go and get supplies for their village, but I know that the Desert Dawn act at the village where I wanted to support the people there. Give them a better idea that Zaf is not all bad. That we're not the monsters that Earth basically paints us out to be. But if Andrew finds out, and once he does, he hates senseless violence as much as I do, but his methods of basically preventing it is, with then soon Jen saying, a bit out there, to be honest. And there's one thing that I forget that, the commander doesn't think of. Within Melanie speaking up saying, that is the human heart, human emotions as a whole. It's the one thing that no human being on this planet can truly understand, can truly grasp of. It's truly sad, isn't it, Commander? With then Shiro feeling down, saying, I just hope that those people will be safe. We'll try our best to help out in the relief efforts if we can. Wow, seriously? You girls got your butts kicked by that of the Archangel crew and a bunch of resistance fighters? With then soon hearing that voice as it being a certain smart aleck tan skin blonde, that being Dirka, of course. With then soon Sabrina saying, oh, if it isn't the princes, how you boys doing? With then soon Isaac wanting to growl before then True calming himself down. With then Dirko still caught off guard by the fact that Isaac isn't blowing up. With Soon saying, sorry. You can call us princess, but it's not really, we're yet with then soon Jill saying, red pilots, we know. However, you haven't, to us, you're still newbies. You haven't truly been in a real battlefield just yet. With then soon Isaac saying, we've been in multiple battlefields with soon Jen basically, stopping Dirka for saying, and following one little ship and trying to sink it isn't really a battlefield. That's basically you all just chasing after one little ship. A true battlefield is basically seeing that of over 50 ships and and basically mobile armors coming down at you and your fellow soldiers. A true dogfight in that space. Not only that, if you also, and I know how well soldiers like the two of you like to look down on those here on the ground, those in that of the ground front. Try not to, because to be honest, this is a lot of you coordinators who lived on the plant all your life forget that this is where we originally came from. After all, this hunk of dirt that you like to complain about. And soon, Jan walking away, within Sabrina saying, "Damn, sorry about her. She can be quite touchy around guys like you." Then soon Dirk saying, "Wait, guys like me? What did I?" With soon Isaac basically pushing Dirk out of the way before saying, "I apologize for this dumbass after all." With then Dirk saying, "Hey!" So you went after that of the Archangel and his pilots. What about the pilot of that other mobile suit, the Loveless? With then soon, so Sabrina's saying, "We didn't really fight against the Loveless. We fought against a new model. It was a black mobile suit, actually, with a huge ass sword, and it also basically rode on a motorcycle." With then soon, Dirk is saying, "A motorcycle, a mobile suit piloting a motorcycle? Who would be crazy enough to make it something that big? Hell, that'd be costly if anything." Within Melanie saying, not actually. There are quite a bit of machines used as that of platforms that we use to support mobile suits, especially in certain terrains. Like for example, for example, there are quite a bit. There's a reason why Bukus do best in that of territory in that of landscapes such as that of snow, and also that of in the desert as well, because they were made for places like this. Even a new prototype mobile suit that we're working on with that of the commander, that within soon. Dirk is saying, "Wow, I guess so." Within Isaac saying, if it's all good with you, Commander Izuyoy, if we could we sort you out with you and your team another time? My duel is starting to get its repairs done, so I would really appreciate if I could. Within Shiro saying, "I would prefer it if you boys could stay behind at least a little bit longer." Within soon, hearing this, Isaac wanted to shout before then keeping his mouth shut, before then calming himself down, saying, "Can I ask why?" With then Shiro saying, both of you are part of LaCroix's team. I know that the two of you basically believe that the legged ship, or the Archangel, as I heard that it's now called, that you call it, right, is your ship. Am I correct? But there's no such thing as yours. It is an enemy that needs to be defeated. Not only that, the two of you don't know how we all fight together, that we all rely on one another. We support one another. We even help each other overcome each other's weaknesses as well on the battlefield. The both of you don't know how we all fight and work together as that of a team. Go over our past battles here on that of the northern African territories, and even that in space as well. If you could do that, we will let you sortie. But until then, stay on standby. And if Commander Waltfeld calls for you as well, then you could take it. But as for me, I would prefer it if all of those in my command follow my orders so they don't needlessly die on the battlefield. I hate to see that happen to you two. With then hearing that, Shiro walks away. Within, the rest of the other ladies do the same. With then soon, Dirk is saying, "Damn, forget being fine. She's seriously a grade A bitch. And all of them are. With then soon, Isaac saying, "You heard her. You heard her, Dirka. Let's go find whatever. Let's go find their battle reports." Within soon, Dirka saying, "You cannot be serious." Within Isaac looking at Dirka with that of a serious look on his face, saying, "Do I look like I'm not serious?" After saying that, he soon walks away. Then Dirka soon scratches the back of his head, and that's of confusion and wondering, what the hell is going on? I feel like almost everything that I know is basically just turned itself upside down. It's like all of this started when that damn mercenary in his mobile suit just shows up out of nowhere. What has happened to my life right now? Currently, at the former Earth Alliance's main base that was part of the Northern African territories, Andrew Waltfeld begins laughing like crazy with DaCosta actually having that of, somewhat of a, and not an annoyed face, but more of a, sullen face with a bit of scratching but also a bit of embarrassment as well. However, there's also somebody else in his office as well, as being a beautiful, gorgeous young lady as well, as she had, besides her flawless skin, and also her blue hair with that of golden highlights, showing that she is also a coordinator as well. As this being Waltfeld's lover, Aisha, who is also a pretty good ZAF pilot as well, as she continues hearing her, her one true love continue laughing about the last battle. Then soon Waltfeld stopped laughing as he begins to calm down, saying, "You should have seen it, Aisha. It was amazing. I've never seen anything so crazy before. Who just goes through that of an open comm channel blasting music and then soon just destroys half of our forces? I won't lie, it wasn't a complete and total waste. We did get some of the combat data from the Lega ship and the Strike. And not only that, we've even found out that they have that of a Sky Grasper, which proves that they have that of atmospheric, mobile armors, besides just that Mobius Zero that LaCroix said that they have. And not only that, it also seems that they don't just have that mercenary's mobile suit, but they have another mobile suit, possibly another mercenary. It's most likely. Then soon, DaCosta speaking up, saying, "Yes, sir. That's what we wanted to bring up. It seems that this mercenary company is most likely working with the Alliance. However, given that we don't know anything about them, even from our intelligence organizations inside that of the Alliance doesn't know anything about them. It seems that they're basically most likely a underground organization, more private and possibly even more secretive than that of the Alliance and in the plants." Then hearing this, Andrew now taking that of a serious face, showing more of his commander status, but then saying, "Most definitely," and seeing what we've already heard from the reports that one of them was able to destroy an entire fleet in space. This one, on the other hand, seems like it's more based on that of ground combat. And it also shows that it needs that of support and needs that of vehicle support as well. But now that I think about it, given the footage that we saw from the fight between that of, Sabrina and Jill, the two members of the White Fangs, I doubt it. It's not just used as that as mobility, but it's most likely also used as that of a weapon. Is also used the same way as a weapon in combat as well. But at least I know one thing. that other mobile suit, the blue frame. Oh boy, looks like I'm going to get another rematch in the next couple of days or so. But maybe I should hold off on facing against him. I would prefer facing against the Strike pilot and possibly that of the new mobile suit too. The Loveless guy. I didn't see much what he was able to do. It seems like he was playing more of the supporting role, just like that of a Sky Grasper. But it could have just been that of a ploy just to so the other pilot can just show off. And it's not the first time that stuff like this has happened, after all. Soon, Aisha, speaking of saying, Andy, I think you're overthinking things a bit. Not entirely, but possibly. What if that entire ploy that they did was not to distract you, but was an invitation for you? Soon, Andrew couldn't help but have his eyes widening and that of shocked. At first, he would think that it's ridiculous, but then again, a lot of people know Andrew Waltfeld to be not just to be one of the most renowned ace pilots of Zaft, but is also considered to be one of the few soldiers who actually care about the people that he has under his command, even taking care of the people that are currently here in the Northern Territories. Sure, there's the Desert Dawn, but they're basically a group of radicalists who just believe that the entire Northern Territories is theirs and theirs alone. It's the reason on why he sees them as more of an annoyance, because instead of fighting like that of true soldiers and understanding that not everything revolves around them, he sees them as more as insects, pests than anything. But this other mercenary, he must have knew that on the idea and what kind of soldier I am, and wanted to put on a show that he's a worthy opponent, possibly trying to even get me off the strike. Soon, Aisha couldn't help but smile, saying, "So, did it work?" Andrew Waltfeld couldn't help but smile before she's saying, "It worked. I know that smile on you all too well, Andy." Soon, DaCosta couldn't help but sigh, saying, "So, what are we gonna do now, Commander?" Soon, Waltfeld looking back before standing up, heading to the window, saying, "Well, I got one. Let's take some time off for the time being. We need to regather our forces, especially after losing quite a bit of the men that we had. Also, when I need to go over the footage of him fighting against both the ladies of the White Wolves. After all, if I don't, it almost seems like he was being more cautious when he was fighting against the Dins and also the Bukus. On the other hand, it's like he knew on where to strike and where to aim. But when he was facing against those girls, it almost seems like he was engaging them, being cautious, not trying to go all in. If anything, it's almost like he didn't know anything about them, even though he should. After all, Sabrina Drell and Gio Marisane are both well-known ace pilots, and now they may not be the strongest of the White Fangs, but they're just as tactical and as good. So it almost seems like he may not know anything about the commander's little squad. Soon Aisha saying, "Now that's going to be something. I wonder how Shiro's going to take this." Soon Andrew saying, knowing Miss Little Shiro, she probably doesn't really care that much. But to be honest, I should give her at least a heads up about that. She can probably use it as that of a way to get the upper hand on the Omega and the new Omega 2. then I saying, I still think those names are are atrocious, to be honest. With then Andrew saying, tell that to Command, Aisha, not me. Now, as for me, I'm going to get ready for it to get some more coffee. My mug is, after laughing that much, I'm going to need a fresh pot. With then, both DaCosta and Aisha couldn't help but smile, and that's of exhaustion, given Andrew Waltfeld's obsession with coffee, after all. Currently on the Archangel, well, let's just say Aaron was not getting that of a great welcome back, after all. As he's right in front of the Strife, with then soon as the Loveless is right next to the Strife as well. With then soon he couldn't, as Natural, Narumi, Mu, alongside Kira and even a few others, being that with that of Chief Mechanic Murdoch is there too. With then soon Narumi speaks up saying, I can't believe it that you took this long because you had to get another mobile suit. With then saying, hey, I had to. With then Aaron basically internally thinking, for some reason the switch connection took so damn long. Not only that, the materialization too. Is it because that, since this is another world and I'm using that of data from that of a computer system, that it's basically slow, that it's so slow that it's trying to acclimate to this world. It's seriously annoying, but it couldn't be helped. I needed the Strife in a battle situation like this. The Loveless may be my fastest and possibly my most mass destructive mobile suit, but the Strife, on the other hand, it's literally my most powerful mobile suit, both physically and basically in that of powerful precision as well. Also, adding the Genova burst mode is I'm basically unstoppable on the battlefield here on Earth. With then internally thinking, look, I got a call from basically a few of the remaining members of Avalanche. With then soon Mu couldn't help but speak up saying, you said that you were the last member. I was the last pilot of Avalanche. Everyone else died. However, we still have members in that behind the scenes, members who act as more support as that of support. Like I said, I created this mobile suit I created both those mobile suits, but I didn't say I was the only one who basically who created the designs for them. After all, again, lying about him creating his own Gunpla, of course. With then Natural not saying anything as she's keeping her mouth shut, which is really making Aaron uncomfortable because, again, this is different from the Natural he knows from the series. She would have been more vocal, especially where she believed that he was betraying them and running away when they were descending into orbit, descending onto the planet. Within, Murdoch speaking up saying, gotta say, I didn't expect a mobile suit like this. It looks powerful just by looking at it. With then, soon, Aaron came up and speak up saying, yeah, it's actually called the Strife. It's a mobile suit that specializes in that of ground combat. However, its main specialty, it can fly as well. And also, it's also the most powerful mobile suit that Avalanche has as well. With then, soon, Kira couldn't help but speak up saying, wait, are you saying that it's more powerful than the Loveless? With then, looking at the Loveless Gundam. With then, soon, Aaron couldn't help but say, yep, it is. 5 times more powerful than the Loveless. But it doesn't have that of firepower to make it powerful. It's that it has a stronger connection from the suit to pilot interface. Basically, it makes you feel like you are one with the suit. Its controls and scheme are a lot more are a lot more sensitive and a lot more, well, easier to handle. That's why it's a lot more powerful. With then, soon, Murdoch saying, wait, didn't you say that it also has an AI, well, control scheme with it as well? With then soon, Aaron, within Aaron speaking of saying, yep, just like the Loveless, there's an AI controlling it as well to help me out. But it's more, Akihiko is more of a, well, support system to make sure that I don't lose my mind piloting the suit after all. With then, Natero actually finally speaks up saying, what do you mean by that you won't lose your mind? With then, soon, Aaron saying, I don't like to say about this, but there's an pilot system. It's called the Alea Vinyana system. Basically, the system basically allows the pilot to interact and interface with that of the suit itself. It's what gives me the way to basically gives you the feeling that you're becoming one with the mobile suit itself. That's why, with then hearing this, soon, Kira's saying, so you basically become one with that suit? Like you are it? In some way, yes. But again, it's more of a feeling, not entirely. If it was entirely, I wouldn't be able to leave the suit as a whole after all. Within hearing that, Moo couldn't help but whistle, saying, you sure? Actually, isn't there any side effects? With then saying, a few, but I'd rather not go into detail about that. Within Narumi basically narrowing her eyes, saying, so you're still keeping secrets, saying, look, there's some things that I'd rather not have to speak of. The Alea Vinyana system's more dangerous than you guys think. That's why it's not supposed to be dealt with. The only reason I brought this mobile suit is because we're going against that of the Desert Tiger. And we need better firepower. That's why I asked for support for this mobile suit to return to me. I'll be mainly piloting it while we're facing against the Desert Tiger. Andrew Waltfeld is not somebody we can be trifled with. Then soon, Moo couldn't help but, scratch his chin before then saying, Kid's got a point, Captain. To be honest, I think it's best that we did have that of extra support. The Desert Tiger is not someone that we can just, pretend that we can handle. And even with the help of the rebels, such as the Desert Dawn, it's not going to be easy. Soon, Narumi couldn't help but sigh before saying, You're right, Commander. All right, I will let this go. But the next time that you basically get away from us and made us worry for this long time, screw basically you just being a mercenary. We will put you in the brig. You may not be part of the Alliance, but you're part of this crew. Do I make myself clear, Mr. Ace? Soon, Aaron couldn't help but clench his fist before then saying, yes, Crystal. I get it, Captain. Now, excuse me, I need a shower. After that, he soon walks away, soon looking at Kira before then saying, you got something to say? Soon, Kira basically clenching his fist saying, do you see this as a game? His eyes widening saying, what? Do you see this as a game? You played music in the middle of a battlefield. And you're basically seeing it as that of target practice. Why? Do you think taking lives is without warning, he punches Kira in the face. then soon everybody was shocked with then saying, you piece of shit. You really think I see this as a game? You think of me playing music on the battlefield as a way of of me playing? I played that because you were facing against the Desert Tiger. I was actually drawing his attention to me. The guy is a literal freaking monster on the battlefield. Be lucky he wasn't on the battlefield. Because if you got his attention, he would actually want to kill you more than anything. Hell, he would actually want to fight you more than anything. What I did was keeping him off your ass, Kira. Be grateful for that. With then Kira saying, grateful? Why should I be grateful for somebody who has no issues with killing people so easily? With then soon Aaron basically screaming out, you piece of! With then soon rushing towards Kira and basically slamming him down on the ground. With then soon Moo and Murdoch going to the two teenagers. With then Moo saying, hey, knock it off, you guys. With then soon Murdoch saying, come on, you two, quit. Act like your age, for crying out loud. With then soon Nataro saying, enough, both of you. With then soon Nataro saying, Ensign Yamato, you were out of line there. I can understand your frustrations with Mr. Ace's actions for playing music. Even I had to say is ridiculous and stupid. It also goes against protocol as that of an Alliance soldier. With then saying, but he's not part of the Alliance. He's free to do however he sees fit, as long as he gets results. He got results. Not only that, he did get the Desert Tiger. Knowing the Desert Tiger, he does as a mercenary and as somebody who says that he had the connections with those of coordinator soldiers who were once part of ZAF, and who have seen Andrew Waltfeld on the battlefield before. He knows what he was doing. Wouldn't you agree, Captain Romius? With then hearing this, soon Narumi was shocked and caught off guard that Nataro just stood up for Aaron, with then saying, you're right, Lieutenant. As much as I hate to admit it, he did basically, it seems like he was more aware on how the Desert Tiger does his fights. As much as the Desert Dawn could also give us information on that, it seems like you have quite a bit as well. With then, Aaron still a little bit annoyed and angry, saying, of course, with the guy is a legend, and not only that, he has the mindset of that of a warrior, a fighter, a true soldier. That's why. With then soon, Nataro speaking up, saying, you drawing too much attention to yourself is what also led to that of the White Fox stepping in as well. With then soon Aaron internally thinking, again with the White Fox. Who the fuck is the White Fox? And those girls. With then saying, yeah, about that. Didn't know that she was here actually. I've already heard news about that of the Desert Tiger being in charge of the northern territories of North Africa, but I didn't know anything about she being here. With then soon Narumi saying, so there is some things you don't know. With then Aaron saying, ha ha, very funny, Captain. But no, even information networks can have that of, well, they can slip behind us after all. With then hearing that, soon, but then Kira saying, but still, how can I trust somebody who just would then saying, oh, shut up, you damn crybaby. With then saying, crybaby, you heard me. With then soon, both Moo and Murdoch are close to the two teens. With then soon Narumi speaking up saying, "That's enough, you two. Ace, you say you're going to your quarters to get a shower? Then go. As for you, Ensign Yamato, go back to your quarters too. Take a breather. That is an order." Then soon, Aaron basically glares at Kira. Then soon, he basically walks away. Then soon, Kira glaring himself before then saying, "Just how? He's supposed to be the same age as me, and yet he can take lives without even batting an eye. What? He makes it seem so easily." Then soon, Moose saying, "That's a soldier for you." And seeing how seeing how you think he's able to kill lives that easily, then then it's the very reason. He's most likely a child soldier, somebody who spent his whole life fighting. Then Kira saying, You serious? Lieutenant, Commander, you can't be." Then saying, "I don't know for sure. The kid still likes to keep secrets, but to be honest, we all can't blame him for that. After all, he's already made it clear that the Alliance hasn't earned his respect besides a select few like that of the Admiral, like the Rear Admiral, of course. And if we want his respect, then we need to earn it. That's just the kind of person a kid like him is. A kid who spent his whole life fighting, possibly." Then, hearing that, Narumi came up beside saying, "Yes, you're absolutely right, Commander." Then soon, Nataro also leaving, then saying, "Ensign Badgerol," then saying, "I'm going back to my post for the time being. Until then, I'll make sure that he actually knows." Then soon, Nataro leaves within everyone else, so like Kira, Mu, and Murdoch, still wondering on what they're going to do with the new mobile suit in their hangar. Within soon, Mu can up and say, "At least we got an extra mobile suit here." And he did say, and not only that, he also said that most of the AIs do all the heavy lifting, where he is able to pilot. So, to be honest, maybe it's easier to get some of this work done. Then hearing this, the captain couldn't help but say, "Maybe if we can find somebody that's actually capable of piloting a mobile suit, then maybe." Then soon, Kira's saying, "You can't be serious, Captain. I mean, what about Commander Lafaga? Could you?" Then Mu saying, "I'll try. I mean, I'll probably try the Loveless more than I will the Skygrasper, if that's the case. As for that Strife, I see it's not, for some reason, just looking at it kind of terrifies me. But to be honest, I'll let the kid decide who he believes is a better fit for his mobile suits. Not me, the other way." And he also did say that those mobile suits are able to pilot themselves with the AIs and built it into them. I mean, the Loveless was able to do all that. Why can't this? Then soon, hearing this, Kira thinking, we're supposed to be the ones protecting everybody on the ship, not the other way around. I'm supposed to protect my friends. Why should they have to fight? Then, as for Aaron, walking to his quarters before stopping, slamming his fist onto the wall, saying, "Damn you, you damn little crybaby bastard! Always basically trying to play the damn high ground. Believe you're morally better because you kill people for others? Screw that. You're just basically looking down on anyone who's once a soldier, just because you don't want to be a soldier. It's reasons like that is why you make me sick, Kira Yamato." Then continue walking to his room. Soon, as he finally arrives, the door and the door slides open. He enters, and then he soon slumps down to the ground, but then saying, I don't want to fight either. I don't want to keep on killing people either, you damn bastard. I'm here because I just want to go home. I just miss everybody else, for crying out loud. With then Aaron almost on the brink of tears once again like he was before then soon somebody coming to his door, with then standing back up, wiping his eyes, with then the person tries knocking on his door before saying, hey, Mr. Ace, are you in there? With then realizing, Flay, what is she? With soon opening the door, she soon just basically just without warning hugs him. With then soon Aaron saying, why is she? Right. Most likely she's attached to me. Better let her down easily. I don't want to deal with this girl. With then soon thinking, Flay, I'm just glad that you're okay. I was trying my best to find you out there, but I didn't know what to do. I was just scared that we lost you just after everything you've done for us, even for me. Within saying, Flay, stop that. Look, what you're doing is basically hero worshiping me. Do you really believe that you love me? With it saying, then what is it? Saying, obsession, really? You don't love me. You don't know anything about me. Saying, then let me get to know you. With soon Aaron come and say, seriously, what is with this girl? With then thinking as he begins saying, look, you're part of the Alliance, and you're just a girl who was just happy that I saved her dad. And honestly, I would still do it again. I hate to see the loss of lives that could have been prevented if people could just talk things out and understand the situation. After all, we're all humans. With then soon Flay saying, that's the thing. When I was younger, throughout my life, my dad has always told me that coordinators are monsters. That they change their genetics, change on who they were to become something that they shouldn't be, something that they should be proud of being instead. But then when I thought that you were a coordinator, and then when I found out that you're not, I thought maybe I could find somebody who actually did all that hard work to achieve what they have. With then soon Aaron thinking, she's probably heading back to her bigotry thing when I told her. But then you told me that you don't see people as coordinators or naturals. You said you just see them as human. You see me as just human. Everyone else, even that Lacus girl too. I have to say, at first I didn't believe you. But then you saved my dad. With then soon Aaron realizing, wait, did she listen to our entire conversation before heading back to the mess hall before me? This girl, seriously, what is with her? And not only that, I've even heard what Kira said, saying that you're basically a person that sees this as a game. Do you? Saying, of course I don't. I don't take enjoyment killing people. If anything, I hate killing people. I hate ending people's lives. It sickens me. But I don't kill everybody. Why do you think I basically disabled people's suits? Why I don't destroy them? I make sure that some people do live while some people don't. You have to send a message that way. It's the only message that people actually listen to. If one person is able to basically kill people, while he's still even able to make sure that they don't die, it basically proves that they could take that those who are your enemies, those who you're against, could take you seriously. That you're not all about murder or not all about slaughtering your enemies. And yet Kira doesn't see that. He's still just an immature kid, an immature child that thinks that he's not basically part of this war. He's only here because he's only here for you and everyone and all your friends from Heliopolis. That's it. That's not he's not built to be a soldier. He never was. If that was the case, he should have just stayed on the shuttle to Heliopolis, heading back to Orb instead. With then hearing that, Flay saying, I think you're right. With Aaron saying, really? Saying, yeah, Kira's not built to be a soldier. He never was. He's not a fighter, really. But to be honest, I'm not either. But I want to be useful. Not just to the Archangel crew, but to you. Mainly you. I want to join Avalanche with you. Please. With then hearing this, Aaron basically internally screams in his mind as Flay's basically pushing herself close to him even more than before. As even though this girl is basically nothing but, well, is basically nothing but fan service in that of Seed, they really in looking at her in reality, it basically shows it all. It basically shows it all after all. With then soon Aaron saying, you're part of the Alliance, Flay. You can't just join a mercenary company that easily. You had to be discharged, asked to leave the military entirely. Currently, right now, that's impossible. You're in basically ZAF-controlled territory. The only way for you can ask for that of an honorable discharge is that you basically go to that of Josh A. That's it. With then soon, Flay could up and say, then how about this? On paper, I'm still part of the Alliance. But as for now, to this day, I'm with you in Avalanche. I don't want to leave you. I want to help you. I want to get to know you. Please, Ace. With then soon looking into her eyes. With then soon she looks into Aaron's eyes. Then saying, have you been crying? With then Aaron saying, how did you? Your eyes are all red and puffy. With then soon Aaron can help but clench his fist saying, yeah, I have been. Let's just say, lately, I have been doing nothing but stressing myself out. That's all. With then soon Aaron, she's saying, then let me stay by your side, please. At least just for tonight. That's all I'm asking. With then soon Aaron saying, I'm not going to sleep with you, Flay. Saying, you don't have to. Just let me be with you tonight. That's all I want. With then soon Aaron thinking, she really is obsessed with me. Or is this really love? God damn it. I don't even know if it's love or obsession or not either. I can't read her damn mind after all. This isn't the anime or the manga, for crying out loud. So it's not easy to know what the hell she's thinking. With then soon Aaron couldn't help but sigh, saying, fine, only for tonight. That's it. To be honest, I just don't want to be alone tonight, that's all. With then Flay can help but smile, but before nodding, as she soon enters into Aaron's cabin. With, however, somebody was listening to the whole thing, and it wasn't Sai, it was Natural. With then she couldn't help but say, he really is just a boy. But I'm not surprised. After all, everybody has their boiling point, to be honest. So, and I should have made sure to stop them. I mean, there is no fraternization between that of soldiers, after all. But, so why? Why did I not stop them? why am I allowing this? Damn it. And why do I feel regretful not stopping it myself? With then the lieutenant couldn't help but feel somewhat, well, unaware of her feelings at this very time as she walks back to the bridge where she was supposed to. With then, as for Aaron and Flay, they did spend the night together, but of course they didn't truly sleep together. All he did was just want somebody to comfort him, and that's it. However, currently outside of the Seed universe, back into the present timeline, Aaron, Sam, and Gabriel basically continue here. We're still in that of Sam's apartment complex and finishing explaining his time on arriving back at the Archangel. But then Gabe saying, "You literally went through a breakdown. And honestly, I cannot blame you. You are literally taking people's lives without even breaking a sweat. Sure, you are keeping some people alive, which is basically a smart idea, to be honest. And I wonder why not many Gundam protagonists have thought about that by taking lives and sparing some people's lives too." It's with then soon Sam saying, "Oh, basically the conflict of many Gundam protagonists dealing with the idea of, is it easy to take lives? It's easier to spare lives. Honestly, it's kind of like that. I'm still shocked and surprised that you literally punched Kira Yamato of all people. Honestly, if you said that to many people, they would basically say you crazy. But if you also said it to a few other people that actually did see it, hell, possibly even if it was animated, people would basically rage and basically ask for your head on a fucking pike." With then, soon, Aaron couldn't help but sigh before saying, I know, seriously, it's really annoying. But to be honest, there are still a lot more people who hate Kira more than anything, especially Japanese fans. Nowadays, again, even, honestly, it's just American fans that can't grow their asses up, to be honest. But then Gabe basically, getting them back on track, saying that that's not the point, Aaron. What's the point is that you went through hell, and it seems like you want to go back into that world. Why? With then, soon, Aaron saying, there's still much I need to tell you, but to do that, I need at least 2 more people here so they can listen to my story. With then, soon, Gabe saying, 2 more people? Who the hell are you going to call? With then, soon, Gabe saying, huh? Oh, I already called them. Just when I called you, I called them too. It's just that they're going to be a lot more longer, given that they're both out of the country after all. With then, soon, Gabe saying, wait, they're both out of the country? Wait, are you saying that they're both foreign, that they're both from other countries instead? With then, soon, Gabe looking at Sam as the Asian mad scientist couldn't help but, whistle, saying, you know who they are, don't you, Sam? Saying, well, I do. He told me that he was, besides calling you, he said he was going to call these other 2. With then Gabe saying, who the hell are they? Stop putting me in the goddamn dark here, you assholes. With then Aaron saying, the CEO of Gundam Stars. With then Gabe saying, wait, the Gunpla company that's located in that of the UK? And the CEO, oh, you're calling her of all people? With then soon Aaron saying, yeah. And the second person is, honestly, we kind of figure we should have called this guy from the very beginning. At least you should have, and asked me should I call him. With then him glaring at Sam. What then soon the Asian American scientist saying, hey, sorry. How many times I gotta say sorry? And besides, I wanted to test it out before I contacted him and the Gunpla and the Gunpla battle community as well in Bandai too. With then soon Gabe saying, wait, is he really that important? With then his eyes widening, saying, no, you were gonna call him? You wait, did you already did? Saying, yeah. I mean, of course I would have to call the Magen of Gunpla, of course. It only makes sense. With then soon Gabriel can help but say, first the CEO of Gunpla Stars, and also the Magen of Gunpla battles as a whole. I can't believe you. I freaking can't believe you. You're calling in Stephanie Yorshar and your rival of the World Gunpla Tournament, Ryuji Murasaki. With Aaron soon couldn't help but smile at his African American friend. With then he could help but say, "Yep. Well, buckle up. As the events in North Africa are going to be quite the craziest ever." With then Aaron continues his story on, and that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Let's read though. So, this is the last part. And honestly, I would have gone straight into that of the Archangel crew meeting that of the Desert Dawn. But honestly, I really needed to bring up some things that I know that some of the Archangel crew wouldn't have liked for Aaron to do, actually. I mean, saving that of an enemy and saving that of a enemy pilot. Also that of basically keeping them waiting and also worrying them and keeping them waiting as well. And let's not also bring the fact that he did play that of music over an open comm channel as well. So, yeah. He kind of did quite a bit of bullshit. Also, I can tell that some of you may hate the fact that I basically allowed Aaron to punch fucking Jesus Yamato after all. But to be honest, this is still Kira, the little penitent little shit that thinks he's a goddamn prophet, for crying out loud. Of course I'm going to punch the shit out of him. This is the same kid that believes that he's always right, that his idea is to achieve, that believing that people fighting in war is basically pointless, when everybody has a reason on why they fight. It doesn't have to be a good reason, but it's a fucking reason. I also wanted to show the fact that he's still unsettled at the fact that Aaron can easily dismantle mobile suits in combat or literally kill them. That's the thing that the Gundam series never brings up after all. They always bring in the fact that either the main character kills people, which is a bad thing, or they basically come with the guilt of killing people, or they don't give a shit about killing people at all and just following orders or making sure that they protect the people that they care about, being their friends and family. I basically or the ones who basically can prevent killing people and just destroy the mobile suit, basically showing on how much of a badass or how much of a naive child they are. I wanted to basically bring up that of a crossroads, a middle ground, to be honest. Something that most people don't bring up in the Gundam series. Why not kill some while also making sure to destroy some people's mobile suits without killing the pilot inside? I mean, come the hell on. It basically just shows on how good, or also on how scary it is to have somebody that has a hand that can basically kill you easily if they wanted to. Basically puts the fear of God into them. That's what I always wanted to show. Instead of people believing that they can basically kill somebody either because they're either too naive or they want to have vengeance for them. Simple as that. That was basically my entire tactic. That's all. Any rate, with that little rant out of the way, I also wanted to bring up the fact about Flay actually may have feelings for Aaron genuinely, and not just her, possibly even Nataro as well. And might be wondering why is Aaron going after an older woman? Well, I'll explain that later on in another chapter when I get to it. But this was also more of a conflict between that of Aaron and the Archangel crew, that he's basically doing whatever he wants. The reason being is because he has to do whatever he wants. He wanted Andrew Waltfeld to focus on him instead of on Kira, because if he focused a lot on Kira, they would basically do the same thing as they did in canon. Basically give us the death fake out about him dying, and also having that of Aisha die instead. Honestly, I kind of saw that entire thing completely and utterly pointless, to be honest. I didn't even give a shit that Aisha died, to be fair. She didn't really have much of a personality outside of being Andrew Waltfeld's lover. That's it. Waltfeld, on the other hand, I actually did feel something when he died in Seed, but when finding out that he was alive, that was completely and utterly pointless. Making the idea that that both people on the same sides are human at the same time, that they're all good people, are basically pointless. Again, another reason on why Seed sucks and why I want to change as much as I can. Also, as for the White Wolves and Shiro Izayoi, well, she's basically the OC of my girlfriend, Shiro Kitsune, so that's why. She'll have an important role in this story as time goes on. You guys just have to wait and see. So, with all that said, hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to keep up to date with my videos when I upload on the channel. Also, check out my Discord, gaming channel, main channel, and Patreon. Also, I also have that of a Cash App as well, that being $Leon Mookie. The L and M are capitalized. So, with all that said, this is Leon Mookie, signing out. Later, guys, and I hope you all take care.